Keeping the house is the most expensive emotional decision you can make after your divorce. Not because the house is bad, but because nobody runs the real numbers before you decide. They ask how you feel about it. They don't ask whether you can actually afford it at age 60. According to a study from Worthy, 56% of women say they deferred financial decisions to their spouse during the marriage. That means more than half of the women going through a divorce are making the biggest financial decision of their life without ever having made a decision like it before. That's not a confidence problem, but that is a setup for a very expensive mistake. Let me show you what this looks like through a hypothetical example. A woman, I'll call Michelle, not a real client, age 46, 2 kids. She fought to keep the 4-bedroom colonial in the divorce and won. It felt like a victory. The mortgage was $2,400 a month. But as she quickly found out, that is not what the house actually costs. Here are the 3 things you must look at before you make the same decision. Number 1, the mortgage is only half of the cost of the house. When you tell your attorney you want to keep the house, they ask if you can qualify for the mortgage. That's the wrong question. Property taxes on Michelle's house were $14,000 a year. That's another $1,170 a month. Insurance was $2,800 a year. Utilities were $400 a month. And then there's maintenance, the one nobody budgets for. The general rule in financial planning is to budget 1% of the home's value per year for upkeep. So on a $700,000 house, that's $7,000 a year, or about another $580 a month. The furnace, the roof, the driveway, they don't ask permission before they break. When you add it all up, Michelle's real cost was over $4,800 a month. The real cost of a house is usually 1.5 to 2 times the mortgage payment. Number 2, there's a tax trap waiting when you sell. When you buy out your ex's share of the house, you don't get to reset the home's value for tax purposes. You inherit the original price. If the house was bought for $300,000 and now it's worth $870,000, when you eventually sell, the IRS looks at that $570,000 difference as profit. There's a tax break that covers $250,000 of that profit if you're single. But the remaining $320,000 is fully taxable. At a 15% capital gains rate, that is a $48,000 tax bill waiting for you. These numbers are estimates. When you were married, that tax break was $500,000. After divorce, it drops to $250,000. Bigger gain, smaller protection, double hit. Number 3, look at what your home equity could be doing if it weren't locked inside the walls. In Michelle's case, she had $400,000 in equity sitting inside that house. But it wasn't earning anything. It wasn't invested, and it wasn't growing. If that $400,000 were invested, it could be helping close the gap when the support check ends. It could be building the retirement that right now has no plan behind it. Now, keeping the house might be the right decision for you, but it should be a decision based on numbers, not feelings. I'm a fiduciary financial advisor who works specifically with women going through this, but I am not your financial advisor. Therefore, please consult a professional before making any financial decisions. This is provided for educational purposes only. If you want to know where your numbers stand, hit subscribe and check out the free Calm scorecard in the first link below. It takes 2 minutes to find out whether keeping your house protects your lifestyle or quietly drains it. In the next video, your retirement accounts were split in the divorce, but how they were split could cost you thousands. Watch that next.